Hey folks, Will Brink here. Today we're going to talk about the testosterone boosting supplements, which is a very popular category of supplements these days, as you all know. From my writings on my website, I'm a big fan of testosterone, so this is not a anti-testosterone rant by any stretch. So keeping that in mind, this is really a discussion about testosterone boosting supplements, or at least products claiming to boost this hormone. It's a huge category at this point. I mean, there's hundreds, maybe thousands of products all claiming to boost testosterone. So I'm not going to talk about any specific product per se. I'm going to talk about it as a general category and what the general drawbacks are of this category. As a general category of products, they generally have no real data behind them. That is, no solid research. What they do have for data is often a very poor quality or taken out of context. You know, it's a cell culture in a test tube, or it's done at the Clinic of Sexology in Romania, so on and so on. Finally, another big drawback of this category you'll find is that they may contain an ingredient that actually has been shown to have some effect in some maybe decent study, but you'll usually find that the dose in the product is far below what was used in the study. That is, a study might use 5 grams or 10 grams. Now that's 10,000 milligrams, and find some effect on testosterone, and then you'll look at the product, and it's got, a tenth of that, or even less. So those are the three major things that I find are wrong with this category of supplements as a rule. Again, not picking on a specific product. Some are better than others, no doubt. So getting past that, let's, giving some product, some formula the benefit of the doubt, and say maybe it does have, let's say it does have a small effect on testosterone or a moderate effect on testosterone. That doesn't get you past a couple of important humps. One of them, of course, is what I refer to as the physiological threshold concept. And that is a simple, as fancy as that sounds, that's actually a simple issue. And what that is any hormone has to reach a threshold before it has an effect. And that pretty much goes for all hormones. But sticking to testosterone, what am I talking about? Well, if you take, for example, let's give this all example. Let's say you take a small dose of testosterone propionate, which is a very fast-acting, injectable synthetic testosterone. Let's say you take 25 milligrams. Will your testosterone levels go up? Yes, of course they will. Will they go up enough for you to actually gain any muscle or get stronger? No, they will not. And that's just a simple example, but you have to keep this in mind. Just because some product, again, I'm not saying they all do because many don't, but let's say some product does show, has a decent study showing a small bump in testosterone, that doesn't mean that what was found to be, let's say, clinically significant, or not clinically, but statistically significant, is physiologically relevant. That is, it may not have reached any threshold to actually cause an increase in your strength and your muscle mass. And that is an essential point. So the real point is, does the product have a study showing, not that it has a bump in testosterone, but it actually affected your muscle mass or somebody's muscle mass and strength in a Now that's the key point here, that most of these products, or should I dare say all of them, fail to really show. And that is what you have to keep in mind when buying these products. Another essential issue, of course, to keep in mind is, how do you know such a product is having any effect on testosterone? This is a big mistake. People often don't check. I like to use the analogy of the car tire. Do you put air in your tire without checking what the pressure is, or if you need any? I hope not. And that's really the same as these products. People pop testosterone boosting products, quote unquote, to boosting, because I say that with some reservation, without ever knowing if they need it, if it's doing anything for them. They don't get any blood work done, and so they never really know. Now, remember, a lot of things can increase testosterone. In fact, it's been shown looking at pictures of naked women by men increases testosterone, as does actually listening to the engine revving of sports cars raises testosterone. And yes, there is a study on this. Is that enough to change your muscle mass and your strength? You know the answer to that is no. So that's just some of my major points. If you want to learn more about this particular topic, that is testosterone boosters, I have an article on the Brink Zone, which is www.brinkzone.com, that gets into more detail about some of the things that I'm talking about in this short video. If you want more details, there's also a lot of other free articles on a variety of topics, so I would check that out. But those are just some of the main issues that I find with the testosterone boosting supplements, which is not going to make me very popular, but a lot of things I do and write about don't make me very popular. So check out the Brink Zone. Feel free to leave some comments on the article. It's called Testosterone Boosting Supplements, The Facts, and I will see you in the gym.